What's going on YouTube? Running for 7 here, guys, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard by now that there is a new ridiculous new Xyz monster for Lightsworns. And so for those of you who don't know it, let's go over its effect. And of course, its name is Minerva Lightsworn Saint, rank 4, light fairy type Xyz monster, attack 2000, defense 800, 2 level 4 monsters, so it's a generic. And its effect is you can only use each effect of Minerva Lightsworn Saint once per turn. Number 1, you can detach 1 Xyz Material from this card, send the top 3 cards of your deck, excuse me, of the deck to the graveyard, and if there are any Lightsworn cards sent, draw 1 card for each from your deck. Wow. Alright, number 2 effect. If this card is destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and if there are any Lightsworn cards sent, you can destroy a number of cards on the field up to that amount. And this is like really exciting for Lightsworn players and like really depressing for everyone else at the same time. Well, I'll get to that, what I mean by that in a second. First of all, let's go over the effects. I mean, mill 3, and if any of them are Lightsworn monsters, you draw 1 card for each milled. I mean, that's like a Garoth on steroids, isn't it? I mean, golly jeez, it's way better than Garoth. And I mean, just imagine you go charge of the Light Brigade, and of the 3 cards you mill, let's say you mill any combination of Felicia or Felice, whatever the hell her name is, and I always get them mixed up. You know, Feliz Navidad, Felicia, whatever, and Wolf, or you know, any combination of those guys. And let's say you mill at least 1 of each, or 2, or like I said, any combination thereof. And so basically, you search your monster, you get 2 monsters for free, you overlay them into this, you mill, and you have a potential to draw anywhere from nothing but up to 3 cards. And when it leaves the field, you can like mill more and blow up even more cards. That's freaking ridiculous. I know people are saying, you know, calm down, this isn't broken. And I agree with that. It's not a broken card, but it's a freaking awesome, amazing card. And what the hell, what archetype wouldn't love this freaking, to have a monster just like this? And then I gotta say, guys, Konami, a good thing this is an exclusive, well, bad thing if you're a Lightsworn player, that this is a Japanese exclusive, meaning that we probably won't see this until maybe next year's World Superstars, if there is one. And yeah, like I say, I mean, Konami, why not give this to another archetype that's more deserving? I mean, Lightsworns have had their freaking time in the sun. They've had their time to shine. They've won YCSs. They've won, I don't know if they've ever won a Nationals before. I can't remember off the top of my head. But they freaking won a lot of YCSs, and they topped so many freaking regionals that it's time to move on, Konami. I mean, I get it. You want to throw Lightsworn players a bone here every now and often, but you've thrown them enough bones. It's time to throw a bone to a freaking archetype that hasn't had a bone. I mean, Lightsworn freaking, they have a Synchro and an Xyz monster, and you know, they weren't even part of those eras. Like, granted, Lightsworn was like part of the last pack in the GX era, and the very following next pack was the Duelist Genesis, which introduced the Synchro monsters, but still, you know, they're part of the GX era still, even though they're the last deck. And yet they still have their own Synchro monster and their own Xyz monster. And they've had so much support, you know, throughout the years. This and that. You know, they have their own D-Draw. They have their own Rhoda. They have their own Boss Monster. They have their own this. They have their own that. You know what I mean? They literally have their own... Okay, they don't have their own Honest, but Honest was like made for them in mind. No doubt about that. And so, yeah, I mean... How much more support can they get? And then they have that. Then they had last year. They had that structure deck with even more stuff. They had their own tuners, and now they're gonna have their own Xyz monster. And when eventually this comes out in the TCG, you know, why not give this to another like fairy archetype light monsters? You know, agents could sure use this or something of this effect. I mean, for goodness sakes, Konami, you gave them 2 freaking tuners, and they don't have a Synchro monster. The fuck is up with that? What kind of freaking logic is that? That's Konami logic, I tell you. Konami logic indeed. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I know I'm sounding very negative right now, and I don't hate Lightsworn at all. I mean, whatever. I couldn't care less about them. It's just the fact that I wish Konami would have given this to another archetype indeed. I mean, look what you guys did for Volcanics. Look what Reload did for Volcanics, and that's just 1 freaking card. They gave them, like, their time to shine, and they're still top regionals. So, you know what I mean? Even in this format, they're still topping regionals because of 1 card. Imagine, you know, how much favor you could gain throughout the player base if you gave a card of this caliber to a different archetype that needs it. So, that's all I'm saying, Konami. I mean, it's cool that, you know, you're supporting fan favorite archetype like this, but then again, there are other fan favorite archetypes out there that need this kind of support, and that would benefit immensely. I mean, look what you did for Chronomalies, and look what you did for all these other archetypes that you're giving your exclusives to. Maybe it's about time you give, keep doing that. But then again, maybe I shouldn't complain too much because they have been doing that. But they've been doing that in the OCG, not in the TCG, which we desperately need here as well. Alright guys, so yeah, that's it for now. That's it. That's my thoughts on this little card right now. It's a very good effect. Not broken, but very good nonetheless. And I'm pretty sure other decks that can, splash the Lightsworn engine, such as Infernoids, are going to abuse the shit out of this. So yeah, there's that. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment, do all that stuff. And as always, I'm Ronin Frog 87 bidding you farewell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.